Yeah.
Well, taking you back to growing up, which schools did you go to?
I went to Kibuli,
Okay.
Chibuli Secondary School. I went to Chibuli Primary School. I went
Oh.
to the University of Dar es Salaam.
Okay.
I come from a Muslim family, and way back then, those were the schools that most of our parents, took us to.
Even the university?
No, University of Dar es Salaam.
How did you end up going to Dar es Salaam?
I
Because of
have,
the family,
I have,
or?
yeah, yes, a family, and then I had lost my father. So there's a family friend. She's like a mother to me called Faye. She invited me. She's like, you know what, you can come be here, do things here. What are your interests? She became like a second mom to me.
Yeah.
My mom was already overwhelmed by, my other siblings. There was a lot going on.
How
Some,
old were
something
you when your
happened.
dad passed?
Must have been around 17 maybe. Yeah, it's a teenager when you need your father the most. That's when he left. So a lot of things change, and yeah, life happened. It pulled me there, but it was a beautiful experience. I don't regret it.
Okay.
She, the lady that I was with and her family, she's now in London. She became a mother to me, a mentor, very nice, kind person. So I pride myself in having so many mothers, including my aunties, my mom, and then that mom.
Did you ever have issues of when your father passed away, family, property?
Yes, but we resolved those issues though. Of course, when people passed on, especially in Africa, people start, fighting, or some people feel entitled as well to the property. So of course, coming from a family that is polygamous, it becomes a bit hard, But we found our ways. In the beginning, it was hard because we didn't know what to do. There's that. So we were scared that we were going to be separated. We grew up really close. It doesn't really matter who you are, or you belong to the other mother. And I don't even like to say that we have different mothers.
Yeah.
Like, it's not right. They are my siblings. But, there are other people who got involved, maybe relatives, and they're trying to create some sort of, gaps between us. And that was starting to be a problem. But we found our ways, and nobody stole nothing from us.
That's
Got it
good.
back,
You
yeah.
got it back.
So we managed to share it, in a very, we're all good. Nobody's
Must have been
complaining.
very rough for your mom, though.
Yeah.
Was she still like a stay-at-home until that point?
Kind of, sort of. She had a small thing that she was doing, but still, most of the time she was at home.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've transitioned from a woman who was being taken care of like that to now you have to work so hard, worry about school fees, worry about this, worry about your children's well-being. Even losing a husband, I could tell that it really did eat her up, Yeah, she had a rough time for a while, but to get over it. She's the strongest woman I know. I don't know how she does. In a calm, she'll be there as if nothing is going on, and she's smiling. I'm like, how is she? I've always asked her, how do you do that? How can the whole world be strained and stressed, and you're just there? You're looking good. She's beautiful. You're looking good. You're smiling. You're like unbothered. How do you do that? And she's like, that's life. You learn how to do that. I mean, it's life. What am I going to change if I'm all, yeah.
If
So
you get anxious and stressed, and then
Yeah.
when will that change?
When you look at her, you'd think that she's never been stressed. Yeah, she's very relaxed most of the time.
Were you one of the older children, younger children?
Of my mom?
Yeah, or in the
Oh,
family?
no. Middle.
Middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
middle. Yeah,
All right.
not younger, not
So I'm
older.
sure
But the
at
last
that time
girl.
the older ones had to start helping, chipping in, taking care of.
Yeah. They did help, and we come from a very lovely extended family. My aunties were doing good, and they also chipped in, took care of us. My late auntie was also another mother to me, so she made sure that I never lacked anything, even in school. Yeah. So I kind of, I think I'm truly blessed to have a nice, what do they call it, support system around you. And I think a lot of people lose their way and become depressed and all of these other things because they lack that support system.
Yeah.
I had that. I always have that. Yeah.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So when you went to Dar es Salaam, You didn't go for university. You first went to stay with your aunt.
Now, I've always, I had always been going to Dar for
holidays.
For holidays. I got to know the family. So this time around, when I finished here, I said, my mom was like, but are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I think I want to go there and try out different things. While I was doing school, I was like, I also want to do, I think I want to do radio too. But then I wasn't too sure I wanted to be on TV, But then I was like, I could also do radio. I mean, what are they doing? They're just talking. I can talk.
I can do this.
So I walk up to this place. So my auntie Faye, that lady, she drops the like, if you want to do this, I can take you to a place. It's a new radio station. I know the guy there. You can talk to him, present yourself, and they could train you. I'm like, for real? She's like, yeah. So the next day I dressed up. She drove me there. Met a nice guy. He's one of the biggest radio producers or something like that. He was the first, called Taji Liwundi, very popular. I don't know if he's still living. I hope he's still living.
Okay.
So Taji, I'm like, hi, Rahma, Mbabazi, Lucky. I'm very young, but I can do radio. I have interest. I think the guy looked at me. The confidence just killed him. He's like,
like, okay.
He's like, okay, look at this girl. I was like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. Do you speak any Swahili? I'm like, no, I don't know any Swahili. Can you learn? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, I'm going to give you a few girls here. And he was very, very positive to train you and turn you into the radio presenter. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah. But the problem is like, we're not going to pay you for it though.
Yes.
Or we'll give you transportation and stuff. But I knew what I wanted. What I wanted then was not a salary. I just needed somebody to give me a chance and a shot. And he gave me that. I took it, grabbed it, held it, and it took me so many other places. And here I am.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But it's always about someone taking a chance on you, right?
He took a chance. Taji Luwundi. I could never forget his name and face.
Okay.
I hope he's still living, yeah.
Now, Rahma is your name.
Rahma is my...
Lucky?
Lucky is my alias, honey.
How did you land on Lucky?
So let me tell you something. I am in Tanzania. I have so many stories in Tanzania. I'm in Dar. And I remember when I left Times FM, I moved to Magic FM. And they said, listen, if you guys want to get paid, you're going to have to sell some of your shows to do... Yeah, it was that crazy.
Okay.
So you're young, and then you have to go to move with the salespeople to make sure that your show gets a sponsor.
Yes.
It made a lot of sense then. So we would go with my friends. They're like, twende, in Swahili. So Janat, a friend of mine, was amazed. He's like, every time we go, you actually get something, You're a lucky girl. So she kept on calling me Lucky, Lucky. I'm like, Lucky actually sounds cool,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to call myself Rahma Lucky. So in Tanzania, they would call me, Rahma Lucky, Joapa. So I decided to maintain the name Lucky. So I remember when I came back, I started using Rahma. But then some of the shows that I was given to had sponsors that, alcohol and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was funny. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to maintain Lucky
and stick
just,
with Lucky.
Rahma is my name, but I'm not going to be using it on radio, just in case I find myself in a place where I have to say certain things. Some people are not offended. I'm not offended either. So yeah.
That's part of the.
So it was
the
a
career.
religious kind of decision. I'm like, Rahma, and then I'm there saying, proudly brought to you by. Yeah, I'm not going to say because I don't know if you'll get sponsors here. So so I would be like, don't drink and drive.
So how long were you working in Tanzania?
No. For as long as I was in school, about three.
Only there.
And
what did you do in school?
I did procurement and supplies management. I never ever practiced at all.
Oh.
Not interested in practicing.
Oh. Okay.
But I just did not passing time, but having the knowledge.
You'd be surprised though. You might find that some of the skills have applied in your life. But
I never really wanted to sit at a desk like that. I've never been that kind of person. When you work on radio and TV, I don't know. Some other people transition into that. I would rather not.
Yeah.
I want to do probably a TV production. I want to be behind the scenes. I think I'm going to get tired of being at the forefront. I want to do a lot of productions and all of that, probably get into movies at some point. I've always been interested in writing scripts and all of that. I have dreams, which are valid, by the way.
Yes.
So, yeah, but that's where I see myself heading. I'm like, I think I want to do TV production stuff. Will I do it here? I don't know. Maybe here, maybe some other place. Yeah.
Have you started making any steps in that direction?
there's steps you do it at work. I have a lot of, I would say, a lot of experience with that. I think there's a time I did write a script, and I think we got to a place of auditions, but that's where it stopped. I remember we were very, with a group of friends, we were very excited about it. I remember I was working with Hannington Bujingo. He does National Theatre and stuff like that. And like, we want to make this movie. But because we didn't have enough money and all of that, so it went down. But yeah, at some point, if I do get enough of that, which I should be able to work on, maybe a movie, but it would be nice. I don't want to be at the forefront, but I want to be back there doing something, a sitcom, TV production.
So you don't see yourself acting?
I wouldn't like to, though. I think I'd rather be a director or producer and stuff like that. I can act like if it came down to it.
I can do this.
Yeah, I can do this. I believe you. I can do anything I want to if I want to. You know, like if it's something and I want to do it, I'm going to do it. You know, nobody can stop me. I'm like, it's not that hard. I'm going to act. No, but I want to be behind the scenes.
I love that. It's not that hard, really.
It's not that hard. It's just stand in front of a camera.
That's a good attitude to have.
Yeah.
Because fear is the biggest blockage for most people. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of anything.
Is that how you approach life in general?
Yes. I'm not afraid of anything. I don't let things get to me. You know, I see a lot of people, you know, struggling and they're overtaken by certain things. I'm looking at them, I'm like, honey, that's trivial. You know, somebody said something about you.
And that's a big deal?
I'm like, I've dealt with a sick child before. My son being operated on like 3 times. Yeah. You know, in and out of surgeries. That's hard. That's some serious stuff to you know, to deal with. Somebody said something about me. You're whacked up because of that. Are you healthy?
You said your son has been
No. My son had.
Is he fine now?
He's better. He's fine now. It wasn't anything serious. Not that it wasn't anything serious. He got a strangulation at some point. That is an emergency. He was about 2 years, 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an emergency. So they had to do an emergency. That's scary.
Was that
strangulation or hernia? Is when the the intestines, that could kill you in just an hour. Yeah. So they had to do an emergency, and as we were dealing with that, he got what they call an incisional hernia. It comes after the surgery is done. So they corrected the incisional. Now, while we were still investigating other things, they found that he had a kidney obstruction. Kidney obstruction, you're born with. It just means that the urine is not moving as well as it should in one of the kidneys, and they just needed to correct that. So yeah, they corrected that. So I was in and out, and those surgeries happened within a year. Wow. 3 surgeries, yeah. So
that's been a scary time.
That's scary. Somebody to get your child away from you and walk away with them, and you just don't know, whether he's going to come back. I cried. Oh my God, my baby. My mom was like, really? Because you see, moms have been through it. She's like, by the way, you also did something, got an operated on, then your brother. She's like, they'll come back. You just sit, relax. I'm like, how do moms do it? I'm like, no, I'm not relaxing. Oh my God.
None of mothers are like that. There are mothers who are crying and you're the one who has to be strong for them.
No, my mom was like, it's all good. Now, why are you crying? Don't you believe in God? My mom is very, she has a great relationship with her creator. So she said, don't you believe in God? I've been praying all night. We're good. I'm like, okay, maybe. So yeah. It was tough. That was tough. So these are the things when, after going through that, I'm like, oh, please. So when my friends come, my man doesn't.
I believe you now. Patience is like,
my man doesn't love me anymore. I'm like, okay, we have some real big problems. They're like, yeah, that's my problem. I'm like, okay.
So next.
Your man doesn't love you. And no, we have to address, because I mean, if somebody comes to you, they think that's a real big problem.
Yeah.
So in my head, it's not, but really, I'm not going to show you that I think that's it's a trivial thingy that you shouldn't, because it's affecting you in a very, so I give them advice, or maybe you have to do this. Relationship advice, first of all, is the hardest to give.
Because
Yeah,
someone
'cause
has to be willing to take it.
Somebody has to be willing to take it, and we all have imperfect relationships. So people come to you thinking that your relationship is perfect, and they expect you to give them what's working for you. I'm like, it's not working. I'm making it work. Don't be fool. Like, what's wrong with you? A relationship is work.
It is
I'm
work.
working on it. It's working because I'm putting in work. We are putting in work. So don't see people love and they have this great relationship and assume, oh my God, what are they doing right? They're working on it. That's what they're doing right. And I think what you put in a relationship is what you get, especially if it's mutual.
Yes.
Husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend. If you're both putting in a lot, you're probably going to get good out of it. If one person is putting in
And the other isn't.
That's bad.
Yeah.
You have to get him to a place or get her to a place where she or he is putting in. If they're not willing to get to that place, they don't love you. Why are you wasting your time? Well, because your parents will think that, what?
Because people will say
Exactly.
that.
So you got to get out of it. Some people are in relationship that ended, Crystal, long time ago. They don't look at each other. Why are you not in relationship? Oh, I've been here for 10 years. We are in silent treatment. I'm like, is that a marriage, a relationship? What is it? Like, how does it work? I bet something like that. And that's an attitude that people have, but that will strain you, drain you, and you drown in all of that, and you lose yourself. People look at you, you're 30, you're 40, you're probably 45, you look like you're 60. Why are you doing that to yourself?
Yes.
At the end of the day, you're going to die. They're going to replace you with somebody else.
Did you say replace?
Yes, he got married again within a week, and then you're like, why was she there for that long fighting for a man?
It sounds to me like you're that friend.
Yeah.
A straight talking friend. Is
Yeah.
Like,
My friend hate and like me for that.
whether you want to hear it or not.
I'm gonna give it to you straight up. Like, listen, your man is not a good one. It's not working out.
Wow.
But you have a choice that I can't make for you. If you feel there's something there that you want to hold on to, and Crystal, people hold on to, I don't know, I've never understood it. Oh, my kids, your kids will be fine.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Your kids will be fine. My father died. I didn't lose myself. My brothers, my siblings, they're okay. You know what I mean? That's a different way of looking at it.
Yes, yeah.
We have kids who were raised by their orphans. They lost their mom and dad. They are fine, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the kids have their own destiny. So you don't stay in an abusive relationship, a relationship that is taking you away from life just because of your children. Your children want to see you happy. And that unhappiness going on in the house, they see that and it becomes their normal. And when they grow up, they're going to be in that kind of situation and think it's fine to be in that. Because you
normal.
stayed. You stayed for your kids, but you killed them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
intense.
We kill them inside because we don't only die once. Some of us are living but dead inside. You know what I mean? Yeah. So and that's where depression and all of these other things come in. A lot of people are walking around, Crystal, fighting demons that you'll never understand.
Yeah, but it takes us back to what you said. Really, you cannot live your life based on what other people think, say, or will do.
So that's what I tell people, man. Why are you always happy? I'm like, because I made a choice to be happy.
Is that a good thing?
It's a good thing. And I tell people, it doesn't mean that I'm not going through some, I'm going through some stuff. Am I really going to focus on that? There's a lot of good going on. I'm healthy. Kids are healthy, are going to school. Like I have a job. People who think I'm cool. That's the biggest. Oh my God, I love what you do. You're cool. Like, I'm not that cool, but if you think it makes me feel good.
I'll take it.
So that that actually, yeah, you make a choice to be happy, Crystal.
Okay.
Yeah, you make a choice to be happy and stick to it. I'm like, regardless of what is going on, house is burning. Is it now?